There's some good news that came into our mailbox back in January 2015. San Francisco priest bars altar girls, sparks another controversy. It shouldn't be a controversy. It should be settled. But it's time that priests like this, true, he is in a different church than the church we are in as Pope Michael. But he's in the same building. And he's taken a stand. And he said, in partial explanation, altar service is intrinsically tied to the priesthood and serve as feeder programs for the seminary. Just think about that. What is the position of an altar server? Basically, in the ages of faith prior to the Protestant revolt, on the altar you had the priest, the deacon, the subdeacon. You had acolytes, men who only went as far as the order of acolyte, men who only went as the order of lector, etc. And they served at the altar. The clergy served at the altar because a church would be totally different than it is today. Today you have one, maybe two priests in a church. Then you'd have a bunch of clergy. They would not only have Mass daily, it would often be a sung Mass daily, or a high Mass with deacon and subdeacon. They would recite all the prayers of the divine office in common. And this is what we need to see. So, as time went on, we get down to small parishes with one or two priests. They look to the boys to take the place of the clergy. That's why altar service is intrinsically tied to the priesthood. This priesthood is a major step in the clerical state. He goes on, if the Catholic Church ordained women, altar girls would make sense. But the Catholic priesthood is a male charism. Nothing awakens a desire for the priesthood like service at the altar among the brotherhood of young men. At the risk of generalizing, I suspect young men serving with young men might just distract them from the sacrifice of the Mass and perhaps even from a priestly vocation. It makes me wonder what would have happened if there had been altar girls when I was serving, because service at the altar is what got me interested in the priesthood. If I had not served at the altar, I don't believe I would have been interested in the priesthood. This is how important altar service is. It's a good thing for all boys. Of course, they must live up to the way of life they're undertaking as an altar server. But this is something that will inspire them to good things. And this is why the church has had this for centuries. So let us praise this priest in San Francisco. And let's praise some others. In this same article, only one U.S. diocese in Lincoln, Nebraska, bars altar girls in all churches. Although a number of individual parishes and other dioceses have a boys-only policy. We're heading in the right direction here with this. Lincoln, Nebraska, just not far north of me. It was up there last year. It's good to know people are starting to take a stand on some things. And so, let us invite only men to the altar of God. God bless you all.